know a lot of people are wondering where all these action figures are on Neomuna, so let's start off with where they get turned in and how to find where they are. First on, just load into Strider's Gate. He'll show up, bam, right in front of Nimbus. Funny little guy. Walk straight forward, fall down over here. Right in here is Nimbus's house, which is where you'll turn in all of them. And each one has a little puzzle to tell you where it is. And then when you get there, there is a mini game that you play, and after completing it, the action figure will spawn in. Now, fair warning, there is one exception, being this one that I already have, and I'm not sure if there is a minigame to go along with it. So first things first, we go to Imza Park. And nobody saw that. Do. Just keep zooming along. Vroom, vroom. Here we are. So, the collectible waypoint, if you have it, we'll put a waypoint in this room here where you do the final segment of the overload terminal, or whatever it's called. And it's right behind here where the toys should be. Now, to just be a fair warning, I don't know if it spawns here if you do not have the reward from Nimbus. So it may be here and you can grab it anytime you want, or you might need to grind out your Neomuna rank to level up enough, get that reward, and then that spawns in the action figure. Right. But there we go. That is the first action figure, and you place it here. It's the only one I've done ahead of time. And now let's go over the rest of them. We have this one here in Zephyr's Concourse. Volunteer wanted to keep watch over Zephyr Concourse's finest juice bar, and you must remain at post. Here's one in Irkala Complex. I hope I say that right. Atop the towering rampart, 3 stalwart defenders stand watch, from muzzle to target, ready, aim, fire. And then here's another one. In the Typhon Imperator, in the Colosseum, a golden offering to the radial mast rests upon a perimeter shelf. Then there's the one we've already done. And Radio Sonde. I know I said that wrong. Please let me know. But in the mechanical heart of the place, the Radio Sonde, mark time by a golden engine screen and set it with unconventional dials. In here, Maya's Retreat, 3 caves, 3 flames, a note found on the Greater Bridge. And then Limming Harbor, security needed at the central office to keep out intruders. Check the PDA on the Crescent desk. Strider's Gate, shall we play a game? The target gallery awaits your time and lights. And SI Something Terminal, a fashionable restaurant with a striking crimson hallway, is looking to hire a dishwasher. And that's all of them on here. Each one of these, other than the first, require you to do some kind of mini game before the treasure spawns in and you collect it and return here. The very first one for Strider's Gate is right here. In fact, you just click activate on this, you get teleported here. As you can see on screen, this minigame is shooting all the explosive barrels as they spawn in. while also having to shoot the Vex diamond things to extend the timer. Now you must also stay up here where you were teleported to, otherwise you fail and have to restart the entire thing. I recommend throwing on a scout rifle with an extended magazine, and if you are a warlock like myself, Ophidian Aspects is a really good exotic to throw on for the reload speed. Sorry, warlock or hunters and titans, I'm sure you'll figure out some way to do it. But also make sure, near the very end, the last few barrels to shoot, do not miss them. They spawn all in the wall and they're really easy to miss. And there you go. The action figure spawns in after you finish it. And don't quote me on this, but if somebody else does it, and like, say we're in a fire team, or this guy here, AY3R, he comes in here, this will be here for him, even though he hasn't done the minigame. So let's move on to the next one then. Now here we are in Imsa Park, and if everyone remembers the campaign, just hang a left into the Typhon. But here we are. Remember that radial mast in the middle? Well, where we're heading here is right here. Oops. Who dared send me flying? But, oh, it broke. Okay, I guess it wasn't that thing. But either way, stand here, click E to activate, and then you're gonna just be following this. It's a game a tag, basically. Run into each of these. Oh, there it is. There is a time limit for each one. I don't know how, like, free it is, but go to each one. Big jump here, up here, and then just fall down. And then a secret is revealed. I don't know what the beacon fades is, but not an issue. But just collect it and go. So here we are, spawning into Limming Harbor. Let's head to Maya's Retreat, where there are 3 flames to lit if we trust this old note on a bridge. So fair warning for this one, may want to have grapple on. Although I guess if you're good at well skating or you have like absolute buttload of mobility, you won't need grapple. But I personally don't know how to well skate. Or like eager edge might just be enough. But first things first, right over here is the very first one. Or third, depending on how you look at it. But there are 3 of these things around. E to activate, boom, let there be fire. And honestly, the fastest way across would be like well skate, eager edge, Icarus dash with eager edge, any other mobility options forward, and just cross this gap. Or you can just manually cross the bridge, which is perfectly fine as well. As you can see, yeah, Warlock can make it across this pretty well. And I only have, what, 40 mobility? If you have a higher mobility and any of your movement abilities, Hunters and Titans can also clear that gap. The second little flame bit. Burp. You know what? Never mind. Best way around was probably the other way. Or you could just parkour pro up. And then you find yourself in the cave from the story mission where we learned how to do strand stuff. Kill all the enemies or don't, that's up to you. But the third and final, or the first, depending on which order you want to do this in, right here. And whichever one you do last, that's where the action figure will spawn in here. So feel free to grab it. We'll head back to Limming Harbor. Once you get back into Limming Harbor, you're gonna find yourself into the Radio Sonde, or however you pronounce it, and go all the way through it to the very back, like as if you're doing the story mission again. And here we are. Make your way all the way through the Radio Sonde. Very end of where the campaign mission has you fight that Hydra. Or was it a Wyvern? I think it was a Hydra. Click activate on here. Turn it around. And voila. The symbols on the wall will go in the order you need to shoot them in. And each one, count how many lines there are. And then for how many lines they are, they coordinate to a position on a clock. So let's start over from the beginning here, once it repeats. Now I'm pretty sure it does not change. So if you don't want to bother paying attention to it yourself, I'll tell you what it is. You'll just hear me say it out. So, activate, turn around, look. 1, 2, 5, 2. That's 9. That is 2. That's 5, 5, 10, 11. That's a 3. 5. 5, 7. And 12. And 6. And that's going to be the order. If you look at here, the little thing I'm pointing at right now, imagine each of these are their own clock. And it's pointing in a direction. So this one, if the top is 12, if the right is 3, the bottom is 6, and the left is 9. So this would be 6. This would be 5 or 4 if it was on there, but 5. This one would be noon or 12. This one will be the 11. This one will be the 2. All that hullabaloo. So we start with the 9. It activates. We shoot the one that's supposed to be the 2. It activates. One that's supposed to be 11. And then 3. And then 5. There we go. And then 7. And then reload. And then 12. And then 6. And a secret is revealed. And holla! Another Nimbus statue. Collect it and move on. And after spawning into Lemming Harbor, yeet yourself over to the left here, I believe. And if you enter into this building here, clear out the normal ads, because they will get in the way. Or at least this singular Minotaur, I suppose. Okay, and then a bunch of goblins that just said hello. And here is our next minigame. PDA. We activate here. And we're a security guard. So intruders are inbound, we need to shoot them all. And I love the fact that they have weird names. Mischievous Miscreant. So, however you want to do, you need to shoot them dead. But, fair warning, you cannot leave your post. So you cannot leave this spot, basically, until you've killed everything. So, make sure you have a lot of resilience, because you can't really dodge. If you care to finagle with your mods that much. Anyway, hello, mischievous miscreants. Well, that man's, busy destroying some Cabal ammunition. Pew pew, pew pew pew! And Troublemaking Thief, also very good name. Oh, that's a normal goblin off in that distance. Oh, I saw you, buddy. Not sneaking past me that easily. More intruders approach. Oh, hobgoblins. Rabble Rouser. God, what good names they chose for these fellas. That was almost really bad. You guys do have a lot of HP. You know what? Maybe I should have put an Empowering Rift on. Oh! For these guys, I'm, welling. Big fella. You ain't getting past me. Or he is! No, he's not. That was way too close for comfort for a fail. But, there you go. Shoot all the guys. Don't let them go through the door. And the collectible is yours. So here we are. In the entrance to Zephyr Concourse, in the direction from Lemming Harbor. So the directions will change if you're coming in from Strider's Gate, but hopefully everyone will recognize the area when we get there. But from where we came in, just hop a little over here on the right.
With Neomuna Civil News, I'm Jisoo, Colorado. Today's Lightfall fight delivered an unexpected success as the underdog Ares Pukas bested the Galloway Sailors 11-9. This is Jisoo Colorado signing off.
Thank you, Jisoo. Very informative news thing. But not too far from either of the entrances. The other entrance from Strider's Gate is right over there. Make your way over here to this bar. And in a similar vein to the previous one as the security guard, We need to stay right here. Here's a PDF, PD pocketbook thingy-majigger. And we need to stay behind here the entire time as enemies will approach. Well, there isn't much to say about this one other than, once again, I really love the fact that they change the names of the enemies while you do these. Make sure to stay behind the bar itself. Maybe have on solar shields to pop. Wait, these guys don't have shields. The Centurions come in, have solar shields for those guys. Right. And, well, don't let them hit the bar, because as soon as they touch it, you fail. But once you do that, that's one more action figure done and dusted. With that out of the way, we can go to the last two. One in the EC terminal, and the last one in the Irkala complex. Once you get into the EC terminal itself, just push forward, kill all the ads. I did that ahead of time. The little red carpet thing peels off to the right, go down here. The dishwasher minigame is just in this little bar thing off to the left here. You just come on in, admire the scenery, go into the back, employees only and all that stuff, and walk up to one of the sinks. It's one more minigame to do after you go to the sink and gotta do the dishes. Run around, grab a bunch of the, energy boons while avoiding the gladiators that are immune and have the greatest name of all, sous chef, and then head chef eventually with the, boss bar one. But just run around, go speedy. There is no real time limit other than after you carry them up, they, lose their energy, but 60 seconds or 60 motes of energy, so should be plenty of time to get it from where you pick it up and bring it back to the sink. Not sure what actually happens if you run out of time. I'm assuming you just fail and you have to retry, but just don't fail and it should be fine. It's not a very difficult minigame, but pretty fun nonetheless. And now we head to the last action figure. I'm embarrassed to admit how long it actually took me to find my way back here, so I'm not going to admit how long. But there it is. Instead of hanging the right to go to the dishwasher area, just go straight.
Yes, go this way.
This is how you went to go fight Callus in the final campaign mission. If that's fresh in your head, easy to find. I cannot believe how long it took me to remember the way there, but not too difficult. Just run there, easy peasy.
Thankfully, they provide a nice little portal. Now, this little action figure is a little different from the other ones. The fact that it's less a minigame, more just something you do in the overworld. Instead of, activate it and then do something. So what you gotta do is when you're standing on these 3 turrets here, little dot thing will eventually spawn in. You need to shoot them. Sniper probably, or a scout works best. And that's one. That's 2. And here we have the burning number 3. There you go. Little collectible action figure. And now that you have it, grab it and go back. And we can turn him all in.
New data's coming in. Want to take a look?
The best part of always doing this, placing them all. Chunk, Triumph, completed. Triumph, completed. Oh, Triumph, challenge completed. Seasonal challenge. There you have it. Alright, thanks for watching everybody. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed yourself, comment down below if you have something to say, and follow the channel if you want to see more.